The Dragon and the Knight. Sir Reginald was a brave and noble knight who had sworn to protect the kingdom from any threat. He had faced many dangers in his quest, but none as perilous as the one he was about to face. He had been sent by the king to rescue Princess Isabella, who had been kidnapped by a fearsome dragon. The king had promised him the princess's hand in marriage if he succeeded. And Sir Reginald was eager to prove his worth. He rode his horse to the foot of the mountain where the dragon's lair was located. He dismounted and drew his sword, ready to face the beast. He climbed up the rocky slope, dodging boulders and flames that the dragon hurled at him. He reached the entrance of the cave and saw the dragon guarding it. It was a massive creature, with scales of red and gold, horns of black, and eyes of green. It roared at him, showing its sharp teeth and claws. Sir Reginald did not hesitate. He charged at the dragon, swinging his sword with all his might. The dragon met his attack with its own, snapping its jaws and slashing its tail. The two fought fiercely, exchanging blows and wounds. Sir Reginald managed to cut the dragon's wing, making it bleed. The dragon retaliated by biting Sir Reginald's arm, making him drop his sword. Sir Reginald fell to the ground, clutching his wound. He looked up at the dragon, expecting it to finish him off. But to his surprise, the dragon did not attack him. Instead, it spoke to him in a deep and raspy voice. "Wait, knight. Do not be so hasty to die. There is something you should know before you do." Sir Reginald was stunned. He had never heard a dragon speak before. "What do you mean?" he asked. The dragon sighed. "I mean that you have been deceived by your king. He did not send you here to rescue the princess. He sent you here to die." Sir Reginald was shocked. "What? That can't be true. The king is my liege and my friend. He would never do such a thing." The dragon shook its head. "It is true, knight. And I can prove it to you. Follow me into the cave, and I will show you." Sir Reginald was doubtful, but curious. He decided to follow the dragon into the cave, hoping to find out the truth. The dragon led him through a dark and winding tunnel, until they reached a large chamber. There, Sir Reginald saw a sight that made his blood run cold. He saw Princess Isabella, but she was not a captive. She was a captor. She was sitting on a throne of bones and skulls, wearing a crown of thorns and a cloak of fur. She was surrounded by a horde of goblins, orcs, and other foul creatures, who bowed to her and obeyed her commands. She looked at Sir Reginald with a wicked smile. "Ah, Sir Reginald. I'm glad you could join us. I've been expecting you." Sir Reginald was speechless. "Isabella? What is this? What have you done?" Princess Isabella laughed. "Oh, Reginald. You are so naive. Did you really think I was kidnapped by this dragon? Did you really think I loved you? Did you really think I wanted to marry you?" She spat on the ground. "No, Reginald. I hate you. I hate your king. I hate your kingdom. I hate everything you stand for." She rose from her throne and walked towards him. "You see, Reginald, I am not a princess at all. I am a witch. A powerful witch who has been plotting to overthrow your king and take over your land for years. And this dragon is not my enemy. He is my ally." She gestured to the dragon. "Meet Draco, my loyal servant and friend." The dragon nodded. "Greetings, knight." Princess Isabella continued. "Draco and I have been working together for a long time. We have been gathering our forces in secret, waiting for the right moment to strike. And that moment is now." She snapped her fingers. "Behold." She pointed to a large window in the wall of the cave. Sir Reginald looked out and gasped. He saw flames and smoke rising from the horizon. He saw his kingdom burning. He saw his king's castle crumbling. He saw his people screaming. He saw his world ending. Princess Isabella smiled triumphantly. Yes, Reginald. While you were busy playing hero here, my army was busy destroying your home there. She laughed maniacally. And now? There is nothing left for you but death. She raised her hand, ready to cast a deadly spell on him. Sir Reginald felt a surge of anger and despair. He wished he had his sword. He wished he could fight back. He wished he could save his kingdom. But he knew it was too late. He closed his eyes and waited for the end. But the end did not come. Instead, he heard a roar. He opened his eyes and saw the dragon attacking the princess. The dragon lunged at her, biting her neck and tearing her flesh. The princess screamed and dropped her hand, losing her concentration. The spell fizzled out and vanished. The dragon tossed the princess aside, like a rag doll. She fell to the floor, bleeding and dying. The dragon turned to Sir Reginald and spoke to him. Quick, knight. We must escape. There is no time to waste. Sir Reginald was confused. Escape? But why? Why did you save me? Why did you betray her? The dragon looked at him with a sad expression. Because, knight, I am not her servant. I am her prisoner. She enslaved me with her magic long ago, forcing me to do her bidding. But I never liked her. I never agreed with her plans. I always hoped for a chance to break free. The dragon paused. And you gave me that chance, knight. When you wounded my wing, you also weakened her spell. You gave me a moment of clarity, a moment of will. You gave me a chance to rebel. The dragon smiled. And I took it. Sir Reginald was amazed. I see. But how can we escape? Her army is still out there. They will kill us if they see us. The dragon nodded. That is true. But I have a plan. Follow me. The dragon led him to another tunnel, which led to another chamber. There, Sir Reginald saw a large pile of treasure, gold and jewels and other valuables. The dragon explained that it was the princess's hoard, which she had stolen from many kingdoms over the years. The dragon said that they could use some of it to bribe their way out of the mountain, and some of it to start a new life somewhere else. The dragon said that they could be friends, and travel the world together, and have many adventures. Sir Reginald was touched by the dragon's offer. He agreed to go with him. He helped him load some of the treasure onto his horse, which had miraculously survived the ordeal. He mounted the horse, and the dragon flew beside him. They left the cave, and headed towards the sunset. They left behind the princess's corpse, and her army of darkness. They left behind the ruins of his kingdom, and his broken dreams. They left behind their past, and looked forward to their future. They left behind their roles, and became themselves. They left behind the dragon and the knight, and became Draco and Reginald. The end.